You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Monday evening to everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and our live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Racing League Monday Night Thunder Midwest Barbecue Equipment Sprint Car Series tonight. We go way down south, down to Georgia, Lanier Speedway for 360 wing sprint car action, round number 2. This series alternating back and forth between the 410s and the 360s, but the points will all be the same. Full house, 40 open pit stalls, 40 drivers checked in for the action tonight. As you can see, Landon Cardozo clipping it around the little 3/8 of a mile. 11:15 Ryan Avila, not too far off. 14 one-thousandths of a second. Miles Jensen, Mason Hannigan, Michael Sheridan, all in the top 5. These guys do not qualify. They random draw for their heats. There'll be 10 cars in each heat. Top 4 will automatically transfer to the A main. Everybody else will go through split B mains. 3 drivers from each B main will be pulled in to the last 3 rows of tonight's 30-lap feature. Big week of racing here on the network. I rebroadcast last night's race a little earlier today, or the truck race. Good race, fantastic race, a lot of fun. Got to see Adam Vinny pick up the win. Nathan Davis, he's in here. I thought I saw his name. Yeah, I did. He is in here tonight in the sprint car, in the 36 car. He come home second in the truck race last night, and Mike Forstner rounded out that podium. We'll see who it is tonight. We had some great racing in the 410s last week. But we are ready, as it is heat racing time. Drivers are ready, getting ready to check out. We'll go look at the starting grid. It'll be the 5 of Josh Whiteman next to the 90 of Trevor Royer. Royer with a rare good pill draw this evening. The 1 car, Kenny Hoffman, row 2 to the inside next to Tiny Dancer in the 118. Scott King, Yancey Beasley, the 000. Landon Cardoza, quickest in the practice session. In the 9 car, they make up row 3. Row 4, the 518 of Joseph Grandy and the 001 of Wade Fields. And then on your back row for heat number 1, G-Body, Garrett Boyd, the 21, and the Mirror Man, Nathan Davis in the 36. Like I said, Davis, second in last night's truck race over at Michigan in the debut of asphalt for DSRL. That not the the Dirt Slingers Racing League. That is the Digital Sim Racing League, but the same group heading that thing up. So drivers rolling off. You'll know it's Davis by that seafoam green color on that car. We'll get ready to go up front. They'll go around a couple of times here before we give them a green flag. It'll be 8 laps in each heat race. I don't know what that is, Scott King, but let's see what happens after this. Scott King being the funny guy. All right, time to go racing. Green flag about to drop.
Green.
And we're underway. Hoffman trying to grab the lead from row 2 on lap 1. He's going 2 cars heavily into the fence. Back in the back, they're behind the field. Caution is coming out. Let's go back and get a good look at this. Let's try to even get a little closer here. I'm not sure if this is going to help us or hurt us. But that 518 car right there, the brightly colored car, into the car. He got into Scott King. Scott got into the car in front of him. It slowed everything down. Bad news, bad timing. Some drivers may have to make a visit to the infield care facilities. So we did not get a lap in there officially. I think it'll count the lap because we came to the line right as the caution flew, and we'll have to pull things back, reset everybody. But we'll get a single file restart because Whiteman, Royer, and Hoffman, 1, 2, 3. It was Hoffman, Whiteman, and Royer when we came out of 4, but that's when the caution flew, so we'll put them back in line. Beasley, Fields, and Grandy all out of this one. Right now, Royer, Hoffman, then King is still 4th. He got kind of run into the back of there. I think he was slowing up for the car in front of him, and it wasn't Hoffman. It was somebody else. And got clipped in the rear end, and that took 2 or 3 cars with it. Grandy, the hardest of all to hit the fence. So we'll see them boys at B main. They got a shot. It's 12 laps. A lot can happen. We'll get ready to Go back to green. Good space truck is about to drop off. And the green flag back in the air. Still 6 laps to go. Whiteman out front. Royer second. Hoffman's working on him, trying to go to the high side. This track notorious for having 2 lanes of racing. Right now they're looking if it's going to have 3, and it might. Whiteman got a good run off the top, got bottled up by Royer right there. Royer with a slide job goes to the point. Now Hoffman's working on him. Round the top, Royer trying to keep the momentum up. Whiteman's going to go to the very bottom. I thought he had a run to get alongside and keep Hoffman up in the middle. Didn't pan out for him. Top 3 are breaking their way. Right now, Garrett Boyd has the final transfer spot, but here comes the mirror man, Nathan Davis. Up behind Scott King. Oh, caution at the front. Hoffman and Royer are going to get into it. Down the back stretch. Oh, it was Whiteman got into Hoffman. Hoffman got into Royer. Round and round and round we go. Wow. So that is going to shake things up even more as we get ready to finish off this first heat. The 21 car of Garrett Boyd finds himself at the point. With Nathan Davis and Josh Whiteman. Nope, Kenny Hoffman is in third and Josh Whiteman is sitting fourth currently. Grandy's laps down, Cardozo's laps downs. Cardozo not back on the track. I thought I saw his car, but I did not. I glanced past it as we went through the pit road there. So we're only going to have maybe 6 cars, and Grandy is just trying to get a better starting spot in the B main. Every position counts, gets you that much closer to the front in one of those B mains. So smart move on his part to get back out here under the caution. Pace truck is in. Restart. 2 laps to go. Heat number 1. Out front, Boyd. King is second. Davis is third. And Kenny Hoffman has a transfer spot, but here comes Whiteman. Whiteman trying to work the bottom. White flag in the air. Whiteman trying to get under for the transfer spot. Boyd's going to win this thing. King will be second. Davis will transfer as well. Who's going to get the 4th and final? It'll be Kenny Hoffman. He'll go to the A main straight from the feature with a broken car. Whiteman, Royer, Grandy, Cardozo, Beasley, and Fields will all be in tonight's B mains. And they'll split them up. Half will go to one, half will go to the other. But we will get ready to head down here and show you the lineup for heat race number 2. The 24 of Tanner Pettit will have the pole. Aja Case in the 101 will be on his outside. The 7 of Connor Dudek, row 2 to the inside, next to Ryan Avila in the 49. The 3 of Jay Schaff, and the 1 of Jacob Schmutz, row 3. Your 4th row, the 23, Alex Shazinski, and Chris Sobeski in the 66. Then Matt Croakey in the 2. Croakey led quite a bit last week in the heat, and I want to say the B main, as he didn't get a good finish in his heat race, but he led some of it. So we'll see if he can work his way to the front. He's got Trey Schmidt in the 12th car in his row at the back of heat number 2. All 10 cars made the call. All 10 cars rolling off. A couple of these guys had issues last week. That 24 car right there, the red and black and white one, was one of them. Some of it of his own doing, some of it not. So he is going to try to work for a better finish in his heat race, get himself transferred right to the A this time, and be a little closer to the front when they get ready to kick off that 30-lap feature. But we should get green this time. 8 more laps. We got 10 more cars. Same deal. We're going to transfer 4 straight to the A main. Everybody else, well, they're going to get a play and a little bit of soup. We'll look for 3 of them out of each of the B mains to make our final starting field tonight. But we're out of turn 4. The green flag is in the air. And a great start for Pettit and Dudek. That inside row just took off. Schaff now trying to make his presence felt on the inside for that second position. He's got it at the line. Fourth spot, the final transfer, highly contested. There's Croaky on the inside in the 2. Avila in the 49 up high. Oh, Croaky almost got a little Trey Schmidt right front. 3 wide for the third spot momentarily. Now they sorted out single file. You got to go fast. You got to go hard here, and it is tough because these fields are stacked. Around the top side, we're watching at the transfer spot. Croaky had it. Avila wanted it. Avila's trying to run around the top, keep his car wound up, find speed on the exit, be the fastest at the end of the straightaway. Pettit's got this in hand. He and Schaff are gone. They're getting close at the front, but I don't think that's going to be much of a battle. All right, now, Matt Croaky working on the third place car. Connor Dudek. He'd rather put Dudek on the hot seat. We're inside 2 to go. Pettit is around the top, and he's holding off Schaff for the moment. White flag. He's only got to do it for a lap. Let's see who's going to get that fourth and final transfer spot. Pettit will punch his ticket. Schaff will go with him. It looks like Croaky is in. And Dudek will take the fourth and final spot. Avila, Schmidt, Shazinski, Sebeski, Case, and Schmutz will all play B main tonight, trying to make their way through. It is tough sledding in here. There is some really, really good cars. There's more in this one. The 15 of Michael Sheridan and the 78 of Brian Cross will start on our front row for heat number 3. Shane Gallo, the 721, Blake Carrick in the 21. They make up row 2. Your third row, the 11 of Richie Gaines and the 85 of Tyler Shell, Old Gumby, outside row number 3. William Clapp in the 4, Larry Moody the 73. They make up our fourth row, and our final row for heat number 3, Sean Wallenfels in the 21 and Dustin Steinman in the 17. Eight more laps, 4 more cars get to punch their ticket. Michael Sheridan, that is different paint. Last week, that car was mostly white with some fluorescent green and blue on it. This week, it is, I guess taupe is very soothing. I don't really know what color that is. All right, green this time out of turn 4. We'll punch 4 more tickets. Pace truck out of the way. Waiting on Sheridan. He waits as long as possible. Jumps on the throttle. Cross was trying to time him up. And it just didn't work out. They're 3 wide behind that Carrick, Gallo, and Gaines. Oh, that's going to be a stack up. Everybody's going to survive it miraculously. I don't know how they did. That was a parking lot right there in the middle of the backstretch. Sheridan and Gaines 1-2. Crosses third. Wallenfels from the back to the front. He's in a transfer spot at the moment. Tyler Shell now takes that away. So moves Shell to the bubble. 85 car. Right around the inside, closing in on Brian Cross. Out of 4. Shell trying to work to the inside still. Here comes Richie Gaines. Trying to get a spot back as Cross got to him, got around him on the inside. Brian Cross looks like he's trying to go all the way to the front. 3 laps to go, and it's a car link between he and Sheridan. Now Cross surges ahead out of 2. 2 to go this time. Cross, Sheridan, Shell, and Gaines. Gaines on the hot seat. He's got a fair gap back. If he just wants a transfer spot, he can stay right where he's at. Doesn't have to chance anything at all. Race car drivers never do that. White flag. Brian Cross on his way to punching his ticket to the A main. He is going to win heat number 3. Sheridan is going to get second. Shell third and Gaines fourth. Wallenfels, Gallo, Moody, Clapp, Steinman, and Carrick. Well, they got 12 more laps to figure out if they're going to be in or out of tonight's A main. Good racing so far. So look at our starting lineup. For our fourth and final heat, the 99 of Shane Yost will have the pole. Noah Bowman in the 24 will be on his outside. Bowman in the 410 series, the Jason Johnson Memorial champion. 35 of Miles Jansen. Row 2 to the inside was the 6 of Scott Thomason on his outside. You'll get back in row 3, see the 71 of Mason Hannigan and the 91 of Matt Grimm. Your fourth row, well, that's the 10 of Ryan Scheidt and the 06 of Rylan Gray. And our final row for the final heat, the 33 of Ashton Mueller and the 10 of Ross Carenta. So we've got 12. We're going to punch it up to 16. Rylan Gray, so far, the only car not to make it to the grid at the moment. Outside of row 4. We do not see the 06 car. I don't think we're going to get to see the 06 car. So we'll roll them off without. We'll have 9 cars racing for 4 spots. All right. Final heat race. Final heat race before we start elimination races. Back-to-back B mains. Looking for Yost to get us into the start zone. He wastes no time. Gets right on the throttle. Jansen drops to the inside. He tries to go after the second spot. He got around Bowman. Mason Hannigan up tight in behind. He's trying to race for that fourth and final transfer spot. At the moment, he has it. But Scott Thomason and Matt Grimm are looking for it. Bowman gets into the fence a little bit. Got up on top of the cushion. Puts himself on the hot seat now. Here comes Grimm. 3 wide out of turn number 2. Grimm in the middle. Ian Thomason going to get together slightly. No harm, no foul. Gives Bowman a little bit of breathing room is all it does. They're going to battle at the front because Hannigan now has caught Yost. 4 laps to go. And Hannigan, slider in 1 and 2. He got a big run out of 4. Yost is coming back down the inside into 3 and 4. He goes slider, takes the spot back. Bowman is now back in this. 3 cars looking at slide jobs. It's going to be a wreck. Oh, we're going to slow things down. I think we've got Ross Carenta having a problem. Well, let's go back just a bit. It looks like Scott Thomason, Ashton Mueller, Ross Carenta, Ryan Scheidt, all there. Ryan Scheidt gets away clean. The other 3, however, do end up in the mess. So we'll get them all single filed in behind. It's Bowman, Jansen, Yost went to the pits. It looks like he's got rear suspension damage, so that'll change things up. It puts Grimm into the 3rd spot. And Ryan Scheidt now looks like he is going to be 4th. Thomason is 5th. Everybody else is off the track. Ryland Gray made his way out. He's just going to try to finish. If the rest of these guys can't, 6th, and that will move him 3 or 4 spots further forward in his B main, give him a better chance to try to make his way through to the A main since he missed the start of the heat for whatever reason. But we're ready to go back to green flag racing. 3 laps. All that remains in this one. Bowman with the restart. Everybody but Gray going to the top side. Gray went to the bottom. He can't pick up spots, but he can see how the car is going to work. White flag. Bowman locks himself in the A main. Grimm and Jansen are going after one another. They're both going to make it, and Ryan Scheidt will take 3rd over Grimm right at the line. So Grimm the last to punch his way in. Thomas and Gray, Yost, Hannigan, Mealer, and Carinta will all be in one of the 2 upcoming B mains, and those are about to start right now. A couple of these guys we just saw, some we did not. Josh Whiteman, Sean Wallenfels on the front row, Trevor Royer and Shane Gallo in row 2. Joseph Grandy, Larry Moody, row 3. Yancey Beasley, William Clapp, row 4. Landon Cardoza and Dustin Steinman in the 5th row. In the 6th and final row, Wade Fields and Blake Carrick. Some of these guys may elect not to even run the B main car, maybe to hurt. They may not think they have a chance to make a transfer. Hello, Mr. Vinny. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing today? All right, 12 laps. Top 3 are going to transfer into tonight's A main. 2 of these. This is B main number 1. All right. Whiteman and Wallenfels on the front row. Trevor Royer on the outside looking in. He had a great draw for his heat race. It didn't pan out. So he ends up in a B main now. He has got to be in the top 3. Green flag. Royer instantly worked his way to 2nd. Good start for him behind Whiteman. It's a battle for that 3rd and final spot. Grandy. Tough time in his heat race. Now trying to work his way through. He's got to stay in front of the rest of the field now. He sits 3rd. He's working on 2nd place. Trevor Royer running right through the middle of the racetrack. Royer already committed to the outside. Wallenfels still in 4th. Beasley now 5th. That may not last long for him. Top 3 unchanged. Top 4 unchanged. Gallo now to 5th around Beasley. Moody is 7th. Fields, Carrot, Clapp, Steinman. Through the back of the field. Laps ticking off quickly. 12:96 the last time by. So right at 13 seconds. And now Grandy will move his way around the outside, try to take a spot from Whiteman. Royer already has the point. Top 3 are clear by 1.2 seconds over the rest of the field. Let's go look at 4th place Wallenfels. He's got him 3 wide behind him, and they're all closing in. There's 4 more cars back there. Blake Carrick trapped behind traffic. He is running out of laps to make it to tonight's A main. He splits cars down the back stretch. Contact with Wallenfels. Wallenfeld's around. No caution. He keeps it facing forward. Suspension broke. He's going to have to take it to pit road. Oh, he's trying. Trevor Royer coming by to get 3 to go. Grandy and Whiteman there, right there. Here comes Carrick finally. He's got to make up a second and a half in 2 laps. That is a tall order for any driver. 2 to go. Good to hear. Did you go back and watch the broadcast today, Mr. Vinny? Royer out of 4. White flag in hand for B-main number 1. He, Grandy, and Whiteman have tickets in their sights to the A-main tonight. Can they hang on to them for about a half a lap? Out of 4. Royer, Grandy, Whiteman go to the A-main. Carrick, Beasley, Moody, Gallo, Fields, Clapp, Wallenfeld, Steinman, and Cardoza done for the night. And I will say that Blake Carrick, well, he made up about 3/10 of that with those few laps he had. Just a second and a half is impossible. It really is. So it's B-main number 2. Once again, 12 laps, top 3. Transfer to the A-main. Avila and Scott Thomason. Ryan Avila, Scott Thomason in the front row. Trey Schmidt and Rylan Gray in row 2. Alex Shazinski and Shane Yost making up row 3. Sobeski and Hannigan in row 4. Case and Mealer in row 5. And Schmutz and Carinta on the back row. I do not see the 99 of Shane Yost just yet. Doesn't mean he won't get in here and make an attempt. But sometimes we do see that. There he is. He does join the field. All right, we'll punch the final 3 tickets right here. 9 of these drivers will be done for the night. 3 of them will get ready to run 30 more laps. $49 and the 8 car. These guys change numbers more often than some people change underwear, I swear. All right, pace truck's out of the way. Ryan Avila on the hammer, and the green flag flies. Contact immediately. Thomason and Schmidt. They get away from it. It's 3 wide for that 3rd and final spot. Gray, Thomason, Shazinski. Shazinski's going to grab it for the moment. Battle behind that. Here comes the little Hurricane Mason Hannigan ripping the lip. Trying to keep that 71 car wound up. He's got to make up about 4 more spots to get in the show tonight. He runs 6th at the moment. Avila, Schmidt, Gray still up front. Shazinski 4th and on the hunt. Shazinski's working to the high side of Gray now. He got in front of the 71 up on the top side. Hannigan's going to change his line a little. They are reeling in that 3rd place car, but there's only 1 spot there. They got to get past a couple. Down on the bottom, Sobeski in the 21. Hannigan now with a big slider. Around Shazinski up to the back of Gray momentarily. Rylan Gray working on Trey Schmidt. He'd rather put Trey Schmidt in the hot seat with 6 laps to go. Cut off that entrance, little contact there. That's what Hannigan needed. Now Hannigan may get them both. The contact between Schmidt and Gray slows them down enough. It gives Hannigan a chance to go around the high side. He takes 2nd. Gray and Schmidt going at it for that final spot. Whoa, Schmidt with a right rear to Rylan Gray right there. Shazinski got around them both, and he is the bubble car with 4 to go. So Schmidt's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants in. Yost and Carinta going at it 5th and 6th. They got to focus on the guys in front of them. We're down to 3 laps. Avila is absolutely gone. He is out of turn 4. He's coming to 2 to go. Hannigan's the middle of the corner. Shazinski's about 8 car lengths back. Then Trey Schmidt. He's getting reeled in by the 2 behind him, but all 3 of those cars outside looking in. White flag this time. Watching the cars chasing the bubble. The bubble car right there, the 23 of Shazinski. Avila's going to the feature. He's going to start deep in it tonight. Hannigan will go with him, and so will Shazinski. Everybody else, Fine, Schmidt, Yost, Carenta, Mueller, Thomas and Sebeski, Case, Schmutz, and Rylan Gray, all done for the night. Heavy, hard racing. A little bit of contact, no cautions, interestingly enough. So a little short warm-up session here. We are going to go for a very quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, just waiting for the advancement of the session. It is going to be a time to go racing. 30-lap A-main is all that is left tonight, folks. All right. Session is being advanced. It is time for tonight's A-main. 22 drivers, 30 times around. And we'll line them up with the 21 of Garrett Boyd and the 24 of Tanner Pettit on the front row. Brian Cross in the 78, Noah Bowman. Another 24 car, so the 24s will be stacked rows 1 and 2 on the outside. Noah Bowman on the outside of that second row. The 118 of Scott King, row 2 to the inside. He'll have the 3 of Jay Schaff on his outside. The 15 of Michael Sheridan and the 35 of Miles Jansen will make up row 4. 36 Nathan Davis and Matt Croakey in the 02 in row number 5. Gumby, Tyler Shell, 85. Ryan Scheidt in the 10. Their partners in row number 6. Kenny Hoffman in the 1. Connor Dudek in the 7. That is row 7. Row 8 is the 11 of Richie Gaines and Matt Grimm in the 91. And then coming in from the B main, the 90 of Trevor Royer and the 49 of Ryan Avila. Joseph Grandy in the 518. Mason Hannigan in the 71. Josh Whiteman in the 5 and Alex Shazinski in the 23 make up our final 3 rows. Rows 9, 10, and 11. So I think for the first time in sprint car competition at DSRL, Garrett Boyd has the pole for a feature. He's a big block series champion and multi-time feature winner over there. Has started up front in many features on the big block side of things. He has got his hands full. He's got some of the fastest guys on the service lined up behind him. But he gets the honor of getting us started here. coming out of turn 4. Midwest Barbecue Equipment Sprint Car Series 360s at Lanier. Monday Night Thunder. Round number 2 underway out of turn 2 already down the backstretch. Boyd to the inside, slides it up to the middle. He's going to lead lap 1, but not by much. 1 car length at most. Up top, Tanner Pettit got the 24 wound up, trying to grind the bead lock bolts off the outside of the right rear tire. Takes the lead on lap number 2. Boyd, Cross, Bowman. They are stacked up behind that. I thought we were going to have contact for a second, that 3 wide. Sheridan, King, and Miles Jansen in the 35 is the car up top. Tyler Schell tried to make it 4 wide for a moment, had to really check the car down. Now he's back in a 3 wide. Tight, close, great action right here in the middle of the pack. This right at the edge of the top 10. They're still 3 and 4 wide getting around here. Everybody just looking for clean air. Top 2 are checking out. Garrett Boyd's about to be inhaled by the rest of this field. Michael Sheridan is there working on him. Sheridan now surges ahead. Here comes Noah Bowman. He's trying to take a spot 3 wide down the backstretch. Shell to the inside. Shell's up to 4th, 5th. Now back to 6th. Now Shell goes back to 4th. They're 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Right here inside the top 10 racing for position. Miles Jansen, that blue 35 car with the slider on Boyd, and he gets it all the way home. Sheridan, Shell, Hoffman. I see Trevor Royer headed to the infield with problems with the 90 car. Hoffman in the 5th spot. Jansen is up top in 6th. We go back inside to Bowman. Schaff is right there. Boyd is on the top side still fighting. Croakey is up to 10th. Let's go back and look at the front because Pettit has checked out. He is 9/10 of a second ahead of Brian Cross. He's catching cars in the back of the field. I'm not sure who that is in front of him. I think it's Scotty King. Old Tiny Dancer back here. He's close to getting lapped. Michael Sheridan has gotten away from Shell for the moment. We're closing in on halfway. Shell's got some company. Kenny Hoffman around the outside. Miles Jansen is right up there as well. Noah Bowman, Garrett Boyd is still running inside the top 10. Started on the pole. He's right now running about 8th, and he's trying to get back around Noah Bowman here. He may be able to get that done if he can keep that car wound up on the top. Pettit in and around lap traffic, already got by. Scott King. We crossed over the halfway point a lap ago. We're going to be down to 13 to go this time. Tyler Schell around the top side, trying to take the spot from Sheridan. This is a battle for a podium position. Through the middle, Schell's got it. Sheridan now to 4th, and Hoffman's running him down. We're going to be down to 11 to go here. Laps are ticking off so quickly. They are spread all the way around this racetrack. There is a gaggle back here. If you look, they are still 2 and 3 wide. Schaff got into Dudek a little bit, slowed him down. He lost a couple of positions. Avila got by. Boyd got by. We are coming around. It's going to be 9 to go this time for your leader, and he is 2.8 seconds ahead of Cross. Cross just now lapping Scott King. And that fight may not be over. Tyler Schell. Schell is another 2 seconds, 2.4 seconds behind Brian Cross. And Hoffman has lost 0.4 of a second to him. Jansen, Sheridan, and Hannigan are still going at it. Laps are ticking off, but the racing's still hot. And now Hannigan pushes himself up to the 6th spot. A top 5 for Hannigan will be fantastic. He's already picked up 14 positions. He started the back of this thing. Had to work his way in through a B main. Making a good run out of it. Wave lap coming around this time out of turn number 4. 5 to go for Tanner Pettit. Tyler Schell now getting around to the 118 car. Pettit is just gone. He's checked out and he is rolling. 3.5 seconds. He's in a different zip code. May have to check and make sure he doesn't have his 410 in that car. 3 to go that time. No lap traffic should be a problem with these last couple of laps here. Cross and Schell are clear of traffic as well. Saw Kenny Hoffman going around. Scott King, Mason Hannigan will be one of the next. He and Jansen now are side by side as they close in on the 118. Two to go for Tanner Pettit. He's coming around to get the white flag. Next flag ends it, regardless of what color that flag is. But the checker flag will be coming out for Tanner Pettit, and he's going to win this by over 4 seconds. A flag to flag run. He started outside the front row. Tanner Pettit to victory lane tonight for Monday Night Thunder. Midwest Barbecue Sprint Car Series Cross second, and Schell will come home on the podium as well. Hoffman and Hannigan 4 and 5. So they're all going to box Gumby up. They're not going to let him go. There they go. Now he's rolling. I know what to do with these guys sometimes. They're such fruity fruits. We'll give them a couple minutes to get in here and get to our interview room. I don't know who. That might be Brian Cross. Let's see if we can get Mr. Tyler Schell to come over. I don't know if we can or not. I think we can get second place Brian Cross, though. He might be here already. Let's see. Brian Cross, is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Hard fought second place here tonight. You started close to the front, but Tanner Pettit just looked like he was in a different zip code, and all you were doing was trying to chase him down.
Yeah, I was able to hang with him there for a little bit, but bottom way more. I just didn't really have anything for him. We didn't put any time in on the setup this week on this deal, so at least felt decent run here.
It looked like the track changed a lot, so putting in a setup, there's things you got to kind of account for, and the track getting slicker and slicker as you go. Pre-preparation, you can prep for a lot of things. Is that one of the things you can prep for?
Yeah, I mean just overall time, putting time in stuff. We literally just loaded in the race. We didn't put any time into the thing for this week, so I don't have a purpose-built linear setup. So this thing definitely could use some work to hang with Tanner.
Well, we hadn't seen you at DSRL in a little while. You've been back for both the 410s and the 360s. A mixture of cars. What do you think about that as a season?
I've found some speed with the sprint cars as of late. We've been running them more, and I feel fairly comfortable in them. That's why we've been venturing out and running more stuff.
Well, an awesome job of second tonight, man. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous before we let you head out of here.
All the boys at Tony Stewart Racing, and then Sim Foundry. We build turnkey simulator setups and whatnot. So check us out.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Yep, thanks.
That is Brian Cross. He finishes in second tonight. And now let's get a hold of old Gumby and see if he's around. Tyler Shell, you there, buddy?
Yeah, hello.
All right, man. A third place tonight, and it looked like it wasn't one of the easiest runs you've had in a while. But once you got up there in clear air, everybody was just so far gone. There wasn't enough laps to make up a lot of ground.
Yeah, the track kind of. Lanier used to be a really fun place, and it kind of just anymore kind of gets to that. What we have, it just kind of, you can't really run the top anymore. And when it gets slick like that, just especially with the tire wear. Like, you can run it for a little bit, but as the race goes on, you just go up and spin. So it's kind of a bummer. I feel like the one time I did go up and run it, it had a big cushion. You just spin the whole time. It kind of sucked, but yeah, it was fun. Kept my nose clean. It's kind of surprised it went green to checkered, honestly. Lanier usually could be a caution fest, especially with a track like that where everyone's kind of fighting for the same real estate. But yeah, followed Sheridan to the front, and then I heard Kenny kind of moving around behind me, and I knew I had to try something else, and luckily I found the middle there, like probably the perfect time. If I would have tried it one corner later, probably he would have been around me, and I would have followed him the whole race. So yep, just kind of moved my line at the right time, and yeah, got third.
Well, podium finish, man, an awesome run. You answered every question I was going to ask you right there, so I'm going to let you give your shout-outs and let you get on your way.
Yeah, just like thank you, Scott, and Larry for taking time out, putting this on. Haven't been around a lot lately with real stuff, so it's pretty cool to come back and get a race these last 2 weeks, and hopefully we can keep the show rolling with it and see what we can do at the end. But yeah, just like to thank Jack Riggs at Aces Up, TJM, and Elbows Up Simsport.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you back in the 410 next week.
Yep, see ya.
That is Tyler Shell finishing in the third tonight. And now we talked to this guy up here on the top of the podium a lot when we see him in servers. Last week was not one of those nights. But tonight he comes out, starts outside the front row, 4 1/4 seconds. It goes green to checker. Tanner Pettit, I don't know anything other than domination. That is all this was tonight.
Yeah, last week we caught a bad break and had some bad luck there, and unfortunately didn't finish it out there. And I don't think we made the show. No, we didn't. And this week got some better luck, started on the pole of the heat, and yeah, it was a lot better for us.
Well, you took it out, all the frustrations from last week, I think, this week, because, man, you absolutely stroked this field. I guess the car was perfect all night long.
Yeah, no, the car was great. I put on my Tanner Pettit race set up straight off my website, and I went down 1 gear with how slick the track was and called the day, and it was really good out there, surprisingly. So, yeah, 4.5 seconds is crazy. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless, and I don't really know what to say about that. No, overall, it's a blast. I enjoy working with Blake, Ryan, Aiden, Kenny, all those guys, Ashton, Clayton. It's a blast working with everybody, and can't thank them enough. Can't thank Jimmy P. Mac Tools, 1425 Photography, Aces Up Sim Sports, CD Photography, Trackside Collective, Ethan Johnson for all the help on the late model side of things. You guys for putting on the broadcast. It's a fun league, and yeah, it's all a blast.
All right, man. Well, an awesome run, absolute domination. Congrats on the win. We'll look and see if you can turn your 410 luck around next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tanner Pettit with an absolutely dominating win tonight. And, you know, you heard Shell say he was surprised it went green to checker. I was kind of, but I know when we come here, it's either going to be an amazing show like it was tonight. We have very few cautions, honestly. Or we're just going to be caution-filled because the track gets slick and the cars can get a little out of control and tight quarters. But, man, the guys did a great job. 22 cars. I think everybody but one car finished the race. So 21 of them finished, and we had no cautions. So that is a fantastic job. These guys are always great. I can't wait to see them come back next week in the 410, see if we can do that again, see how many green to checkers we can do this season. Fuel guy dropped the ball for Miles Jensen, I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Well, unfortunate for Mr. Jensen. Yeah, you might have a talk with him. Maybe he needs a different measuring stick. Who knows? Either way, that is going to do it for us here tonight, guys. I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this without all the awesome leagues giving us awesome racing like we saw for a second time here today. There is nothing for us to cover, so high fives and pats on the back to everybody that's involved in all of that. Don't forget about tomorrow night, ERA, about 8:30 Eastern time. Come and visit with us. Say hi to the chat. I think that's mini stocks on the dirt, if I'm not mistaken. So come see us. Until then, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. Till you come see me.